Hey guys, Christina Garibaldi here, and welcome to Us Weekly's Bachelor Trivia, a weekly trivia game to test Bachelor Nation's knowledge. We want to shout out last week's Violetta Cannon, who played again and got 9 out of 10 right. Definitely better than last week. Plus, AJ Sunim, Gina Morelli, and Shayna Dennis also only got 1 wrong. And superfan Amanda says she got 100% right. Great job all around. Keep commenting to let us know how you did. Now, today's theme is all about Bachelor Nation couples who are still together. So before we get started, I wanted to remind you about how the game works. We will give you 10 questions and 10 seconds to lock in your response. So get those roses ready. Here is your very first question. JoJo Fletcher and Jordan Rogers have been engaged for nearly 5 years. Where does the duo want to get married? Is it A, in JoJo's home state of Dallas, Texas, B, in Jordan's native state, California, C, a destination wedding in the Caribbean, or D, in the Florida Keys? Where do JoJo Fletcher and Jordan Rogers want to have their wedding?
We're gonna have it in California. Jordan's from California, so it's gonna be California.
Well, the answer is B, in Jordan's home state of California. All right, question number 2, here we go. We recently interviewed Shawn and Catherine Lowe about their fantasy suite experience. What did they say they talked about that night? A, where they would live after the show, B, how many children they each wanted, C, a song that was special to them, or D, how much they love basketball. What did Catherine and Shawn Lowe talk about in the fantasy suite?
There was a song, he liked to call me nerdy, and there was a song, who was it by?
Janelle Monáe.
Janelle Monáe, and so we just sang Nerd Girls. I mean,
But
we're like,
I think we talked.
fantasy suite people.
Well, as you heard, the correct answer is C, a song named Nerdy by Janelle Monáe. That's definitely a different fantasy suite talk. All right, moving on to question number 3. Jade Roper and Tanner Tolbert met on Bachelor in Paradise. The pair now live in Nashville with their 3 children, but before they had kids, how many did they tell us they wanted? Was it A, 2, B, 2.5, C, 3, D, 5? How many kids did Jade Roper and Tanner Tolbert tell us they wanted?
Have you talked about how many kids you want to have?
I joke around and say 2.5.
Yeah. 2.5.
He has a stipulation.
So if they're both boys, or if they're both girls, I want to try for number 3 for a little boy.
The correct answer is B, 2.5. Well, we hope they're not disappointed by the extra half that they got. All right, moving right along. Ashley I and Jared Haben also met on Bachelor in Paradise. The happy couple admitted that they disagree on one thing. Which is it? Is it A, Jared doesn't want to watch their season back? B, Ashley wants more children than Jared does? C, Jared wants to live in LA while Ashley wants to live in New York? Or D, who does the dishes in the kitchen? The happy couple admitted that they disagree on just one thing, and which is it?
Watching it, it was such an emotional roller coaster, and it was wonderful and fantastic, but there was so much stress and anxiety. I want to bring myself back to the moment I felt that.
How it turned out.
Well, as you heard, the correct answer is A. Jared just doesn't want to watch his season back, and you know what? We don't really blame you, Jared, because there were a lot of cringeworthy moments. Ari Lyondike Jr. and wife Lauren Burnham are happily married, but before they ended up together, Ari had proposed to Becca Kufrin. Have Ari and Lauren watched back their season? A, yes, but they watched it separately. B, yes, they got out the popcorn and watched together. C, they've seen some of it, but not the ending. D, no, they forgot to DVR it. Have Ari Lyondike Jr. and Lauren Burnham watched back their season?
We still haven't watched our season's ending.
No.
Which is,
I don't know that we need to.
I don't know that we ever will.
The correct answer is C. They have watched some of it, but not the ending. And they even told us that they haven't even watched their proposal. All right, moving right along. Tayshia Adams and Zach Clark are our most recent happy Bachelor Nation couple. What did Zach admit about the process after the show? A, said the process was too structured. B, said the process moved too fast for him. C said the process felt fake at times, or D said the process wasn't natural. What did Zach Clark admit about the process after the show?
Look, we're human, right? So it's not natural for her to be dating 20 guys, and it's not natural for me to be dating someone who's dating 20 guys. So
And then watching it back.
yeah.
So his answer was D, that the process of dating that many people just isn't natural. Well, Zach, we definitely have to agree with you on this one. All right, next up we have Chris and Desiree Hartstock. They said this Bachelor Nation couple was most likely to have 10 kids. A, Jade Roper and Tanner Tolbert. B, Catherine and Shawn Lowe. C, JoJo and Jordan Rogers. D, Trista and Ryan Sutter. Chris and Desiree Hartstock said this Bachelor Nation couple was most likely to have 10 kids.
Yeah, I think it's Jade and Tanner because they already have their first, and I think they're working on their second. And I don't know, I picture them with a large family.
Well, Jade and Tanner, you better get busy. You have 7 kids to go, according to Chris and Desiree. All right, here we go, Bachelor Nation. Next up, Rachel Lindsay and Brian Abasolo are very happy together. But what is the one thing Brian says they argue most about? A, what to binge watch together. B, who is walking the dog. C, who is doing the dishes. D, what to eat for dinner. Brian Abasolo say he and Rachel Lindsay argue most about what?
Who's walking our dog late at night?
I treat my dog beyond a king. And so for him, he needs to be walked about 4 to 5 times a day. I'm like, did he have his midday walk? Did he have his morning walk?
Listen, he was at a VIP resort while we were at our wedding.
So the answer is B, who is walking the dog late at night. That does sound like a bit of a pain, so I don't blame them for arguing about that one. All right, just 2 more questions to go. Number 9, here it is. The Bachelor and Bachelorette are typically shot in 3 months, but Trista and Ryan Sutter didn't have this much time. How long did it take to shoot their season? A, 3 weeks, B, 8 weeks, C, 6 weeks, D, 10 weeks. How long did it take to shoot Trista and Ryan Sutter's season?
My show was shot in 6 weeks. So Ryan and I met, got engaged, got married a year later after knowing each other for 6 weeks. So that's how it used to be.
The correct answer is C, 6 weeks. Now that is what we call a whirlwind romance, but they proved us all wrong and they are still working and just celebrated their 18th wedding anniversary. All right, final question. Kaitlyn Bristowe and Jason Tartick are happily dating, and she has already told us how many kids she'd like. Is it A, none, B, 1, C, 2, D, 3? How many kids does Kaitlyn Bristowe want?
But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to have kids. 2 would be ideal.
The correct answer is C, 2 kids. Now she and Jason would make adorable babies, and we can't wait to see them. All right, that is it for week 8 of Bachelor Trivia. Let us know how you guys did. Keep commenting, keep subscribing, and we will see you every Monday at 2 p.m.